What's up, MT Armada? If you thought 90 Day Fiancé The Last Resort couldn't get any messier, think again. Today, we're breaking down 10 reasons why Matt might have seriously fumbled the bag by going from side piece to main course. Because, let's be real, jumping from the shadows into the spotlight sounds like a glow up, but for Matt, it might just be a full-on disaster. From messy relationship baggage to trust issues simmering under the surface, he may not be ready for the drama that comes with the center stage position. So grab your popcorn because it's time to spill the tea on why Matt's new role might not be the fairy tale ending he hoped for. Let's get it.
What did he say?
10 reasons why Matt becoming the main dish after being the side piece is a bad move. Number 1, trust issues from the jump. How you get your person is how you lose your person. How you start is how you finish. If they cheat with you, they will cheat on you. These are all things that we've heard before. This is no surprise. Many of us are saying, James, why would you even include this in the list? Everybody knows this. We already know this. Apparently, not everybody knows this because Matt didn't get the memo on this. So I've included it in the list just for those who may not have heard. 2, you were built not on a foundation of lies. We've heard that throughout, all of time. Oh, this relationship was built on a fountain of lies and deceit. This particular relationship was built on betrayal as opposed to being built on stability, honesty. This particular relationship was built on secrecy and lies. And that's no way to start a relationship. And if you don't believe that, go back and see rule number 1 or reason number 1. In this particular case, Jasmine included Matt in the betrayal. She asked him to speak to her husband and help her convince Gino to open up their marriage. So that way they could walk down the street hand in hand, both Jasmine and Matt, and there not be any questions. Or if she's seen creeping out of his apartment or going on sexy time dates with Matt, it's to be understood that Jasmine agreed or Gino agreed that he would open a relationship up. So she included Matt in that because she asked Matt to speak to Gino to put to bed all his fears and concerns. What part of this, though? When you ask Matt to help you cheat on your husband, what part of that screamed to Matt?
Yeah, she would be a great wife. She's a pick. This woman is definitely a keeper.
Like, I don't understand his thinking when it comes to that. But let's move on. Number 3. A constant comparison to the ex. This is something that you will always struggle with in these types of relationships. You will always be compared to the person that they used to have in the relationship they used to have. You may always feel like you're being compared to the person they left, or worse, like you're the downgrade after all the drama is settled. After the glow of successfully obtaining the forbidden fruit, you feel like the master of your domain.
You look like a master to me.
Who's the one and only master?
But we can't forget Matt's roles. Matt started as the supplemental. He added to Jasmine's existing life, a life that Gino was paying for. Now, Matt has to not only maintain his position of bringing home the excitement and freaky deaky, but he now has to bring home the bacon too.
Bring home the bacon!
Can he do it? 4, Jasmine very well may end up resenting him. This is something that a lot of folks, including Matt, may not have seen coming. No matter how you cut it, her life is going to change. And change is hard and uncomfortable by its very nature. When she was with Gino, she constantly complained about 2 things: money and sex. But Matt, for his position and his role as the supplemental boyfriend, the side piece, the strange, the freaky deaky on the leaky deaky, freaky leak, He was taking care of the physical part. The big question that Matt has to ask himself, and then I guess we'll see in future episodes of 90 Day Fiancé, is will he be able to satisfy the financial portion of that particular relationship and union? Number 5, the reputation follows you both. You can't escape the fact that your relationship was born from an affair. That is the genesis of how you came to be a couple. It started as an affair. You can pretend like, oh, we was just friends at the gym. We was working out and it was something cool because I would go over and ask him how to lift weights and he would help me. And then we just developed a friendship. And from there, we developed feelings for each other. And then I wanted to have an open relationship with him. And then we just fell in love. You could say that. But the long story short is this is the dude who cheated with you. And that's something that you're not going to be able to just easily dismiss or easily put aside. And why do I say that? Because family and friends or exes might never truly respect that particular relationship because of how it started. Matt's people are going to look at Jasmine as the woman who betrayed her husband, period. That's how she came into your life, as a married woman who you started sleeping with. And so they're not going to trust her.
Crazy part,
Matt may feel like he's immune because he wasn't cheating. She was.
she's the one who cheated. I'm the one who had to save her.
Wrong.
You cheated with her. First time your relationship hits a bump, the first thing her people are going to say is
He's no different than Gino. Her picker is broke. She always seems to find the loser, the cheater, the manipulator, and the deceiver.
you're going to be all those things because you are, in fact, part of that problem, because you are part of the Gino equation. It's very difficult for you to extract yourself from the Gino situation because you were involved with her during the Gino situation. Number 6, they never had a real chance to heal. Jasmine never had a chance to get over what she considered to be a negative relationship, a bad relationship, or a toxic relationship. If Jasmine jumped from her marriage to Gino into her relationship with Matt, there's a high chance that she's not emotionally ready for something real. At best, Matt would just simply be the rebound in disguise. He's the person that she bounced back to because he was a person who was available at the time. Worse, after Jasmine sorts all this stuff out and she figures out what's going on and what she needs to do to heal herself, and she's actually better if she's able to achieve that, she very well may realize that Matt isn't the best fit for her. He's not the person whom she should be with. In fact, she may feel like she completely wasted her time just by being with him because he's not the person that she really ultimately wants to be with.
Nope. That would be a waste of time.
Number 7, the thrill is gone. See, side pieces often thrive on secrecy and excitement. Once you're the main dish, the main source, things get real. Or as they say in Sister Wives, they get raw. Things start to get raw. The side piece, you are the place of no problems. You're the place that they go when they don't want to have to deal with their issues or things that are troubling them, because that's what they have a husband for. That's what they have a wife for. They can go home and talk to their partner about things that are bothering them, things that are troubling them. You're the place that they go to relax, places they go to laugh, places that they go to kick their feet up, place to go get their backs blowed out. That's what you're there for. You're there for emotional management. That's it. Not to sit there and try to sort through problems and issues, especially issues and problems that you guys may have in common. Most of your conversations, and this is the tricky part, most of your conversations that you'll have will be conversations that are rooted in
What a lousy Mickey Ficky, no pipe laying, in the bed like a mannequin, smooth back ass, wiggly jiggly, broke ass, bald headed bumpkin Gino is. He's terrible.
That's what it's going to come down to. The problem is when that problem is removed and she's no longer with Gino, and that's all that's left is you, Matt, and your relationship with Jasmine is based on negativity and essentially running down her partner. You're now her partner. So what are you going to do?
Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise.
Number 8, patterns repeat. How you start is how you finish. How you do one thing is how you do all things. Cheaters often cheat again. The role may change, but the cheater usually doesn't. Nobody has clean hands in this situation or in this relationship. Not Jasmine, not Gino, not Matt. Jasmine cheated on her husband and Matt was okay with it. This isn't just a situational error, but it's a strong indicator of their character as a whole. Matt isn't special. He's not even the first friend that Jasmine had in her marriage. Remember when she was with Gino renting that expensive ass apartment down in Panama so she could be neighbors with the guy she said that she had a sex tape with and was her ex-boyfriend, but she had constantly wanted to be around him and in his presence without Gino's knowledge? He bought her a butt and Matt gave her a baby. Like, she's getting a lot from these same type of dudes. Okay, and it's very remarkable how much Matt actually looks like her previous boyfriend, Dean. These two guys could actually be brothers because Jasmine definitely has a type. It just so happens that her type isn't her husband. Now, speaking of Dane, I remember when Jasmine used to always complain to him that
Gino isn't giving me what I need. He's not giving me the good stuff.
She gets married, comes to America. Gino's still not giving her what she needs. So she already knew what she had before she got married. Then she came to America anyway, got married. And then the only real difference between when she was in Panama to when she's here is now she's complaining to Matt instead of complaining to Dean or Dane. That's just the situation. That's the situation as it's changed. But she's been consistent about one thing, and that is that she always finds somebody other than her spouse to complain to about her spouse. And she always makes a friend. So let me ask the question.
Riddle me this.
How long do you think it's going to be before Matt's the problem? Number 9, Matt is going to be held to an impossible standard. Jasmine romanticized Matt when they were the escape, when they were the side piece, when they were the strange, right? Now, reality sets in and Matt is expected to be perfect. He's expected to be the perfect guy because Gino was terrible, Gino was horrible, and she wanted to leave Gino so that she could get something better, and that better thing was supposed to be Matt because Matt was way better and Matt was going to be perfect. But nobody's perfect. And in fact, she didn't even really know who Matt is. Matt is a stranger to her because the pressure that she was avoiding by not dealing with her problems with Gino, by dealing with just Matt, the one thing that we can say about pressure is that pressure does two things. Pressure makes diamonds and pressure breaks bullshit. This type of relationship is always based on relativity and not actuality. When they first started, Jasmine wasn't evaluating Matt as to who he was. She was judging him based on her comparison to her husband, Gino. In this case, being the side piece is easy because you typically have the benefit of retrospective behavior.
That was easy.
Success is easy. You simply have to just do the things that she says she likes that her boyfriend or husband doesn't do and not do the things that she says that her boyfriend or her husband actively does. And guess what? Success. You win. Winning.
Winning.
You also have the benefit of respite and rest. You have a break because while Jasmine is at home with her husband, Gino, Matt had the ability to recharge his batteries, get his mind right so that he could put on another performance of
The perfect boyfriend, the perfect lover, and eventually the perfect husband and life companion.
But that isn't necessarily who he is because he didn't have to be himself. He just had to not be Gino. And of course, we're at number 10. You lose what made you feel special. What made you feel special was the illusion of Matt being chosen over Gino. And after a while, that fades away. That's not going to be a permanent feeling. That's going to be a flash in a pan compared to the rest of their relationship. And now, where he is, he's just another relationship subject to the same problems as her previous relationships. So all the problems that she had with those relationships, she's going to bring into her relationships with Matt. How do I know this? Because she's going to be in a relationship with Matt. This is where it gets real. Early on, Matt was helping her to get over her marriage. All the focus was on her problems, discomforts, and feelings. In most cases, there is never any attention given to those things that someone in Matt's position is going through. So if he has problems, those are his problems because their relationship is focused on Jasmine's problems, Jasmine's issues, what makes Jasmine sad. It's all Jasmine-centric. And it's not about Jasmine and Matt, it's about fixing Jasmine and helping Jasmine. So when Matt brings his problems into that relationship, as you do in a relationship, it's going to be a problem. So now all of a sudden, we're in a position where Matt is supposed to share all his problems with Jasmine because that's what you do in a good relationship, a healthy relationship. And Jasmine is going to look at him and say, you know what, Matt, that's not the deal. That's not what our relationship is based on. That's not the foundation of what we have. That's not what makes you so special. And this is where he gets diminished. His role to this point was making her feel better, not making them feel better or the two of them stronger. What about when you get into disagreements, dare I say arguments, because now your lives are intertwined and now you have to deal with the real part of relationships. And in those relationships, you're going to have friction because both of you are two individuals who have two different perspectives, two different hopes, two different desires, and not all the time your relationship is going to align. So you're going to have arguments. And when you have arguments and you have these disagreements, you have to keep in mind that the foundation of your relationship, Matt spent the entirety of that relationship not only telling Jasmine she can do no wrong.
Yes, Queen.
But Matt's been telling her that she is always right, her partner is always wrong, and because he's wrong, she should destroy the relationship.
Yes, Queen! Slay! Slay! Slay your enemies!
Matt is going to find himself with the unreasonable, selfish Jasmine that weirdo Gino had to deal with throughout his relationship, throughout his marriage, and now throughout their breakup. And there you have it, 10 reasons why Matt from 90 Day Fiancé Last Resort might be biting off way more than he can chew now that he's gone from the side piece to the main dish. But hey, what do you think? Did I miss a reason? Do you see something in Matt's situation that screams, uh-oh, homie, you done messed up. You done made a mistake. Drop your thoughts in the comment sections. I love to hear what your take and what you have to say. Or if you got a hot take and you want to be featured in my next future live coming up, head on over to speakpipe.com/MyTakeOnReality and leave me a 90-second voice message. You might just hear yourself on the next live. Thanks for hanging out with me. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications so that you'll be notified when I upload new videos just like this, as well as when I go live. If that's as if you already haven't done it. I trust that you have. Holla at your boy. Until next time, keep your eyes open and your reality TV take sharper than ever. That's my take. I'm James. This has been My Take on Reality, and I'm out.
'Cause I've been living life right like I